Dr. Mishra, can we start?
Yes, please. Let's start.
Please. Over to you.
Shall we?
Dr. Mishra, rolling started. You can continue.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Dr. B. Shadrach, Mr. Call from Congress Educational Media Center for Asia, Professor S.B. Dwivedi, Dean Academic Affairs, IIT BHU Varanasi, Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi, SEMCA Commonwealth of Learning, mentors, and dear learners. It's a wonderful occasion for all of us to gather here. Although we are gathering virtually, we are still very much connected with each other. This is the era of connectivity. We cannot afford to lose connection, even for a moment. The very idea of this course got ideated through my initial discussions with Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi at SEMCA New Delhi, when both of us met for the first time and talked about something that can be done in order to reach out to a large number of people and to make some difference in their lives. And that is how this course came into existence. SEMCA came forward with support, all kinds of support, financial, moral, and logistical support. And IIT BHU Varanasi came forward to develop the course, design it well, and execute it, record all the lectures in its own studio, and make the videos ready for the learners. That is how this course is here. And this is a very special occasion for all of us because we are going to launch this course. I now request Dr. Panigrahi to come forward and share his experiences of this course with all of us. Dr. Panigrahi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mishra. And at the outset, I would like to congratulate IIT BHU and really come out with this very essential and important course, which is need of the era. Before sharing, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. B. Shadrach, Director SEMCA, and his visionary approach to motivating us to come out with this very important course. Dr. B. Shadrach and Professor S.B. Dwivedi, the Dean Academic Affairs, IIT BHU. And really, I would like to extend my gratitude to you and your leadership at IIT BHU, including Director IIT BHU in absentia. And it was not possible which day we are seen here with 1,700 participants enrolled to this course across the globe. I would like to just share with you all. Recently, I have seen through my analytics of our platform, I have seen that more than 40 countries participating in this course, and including various provinces of India. And it is become delighted and boosting for every one of us. We are interacting with all the participants and enrolled aspirant participants. Why we thought of this one before? I would like to just share a few facts that why essential life skills. The World Health Organization defines life skills as the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. Life skills are psychological competencies and interpersonal skills that help people make informed decisions, solve problems, think critically and creativity and communicate effectively, build healthy relationships, empathizes with others, and cope with managing their lives in the healthy and productive manner. So this is the thought behind it to come up with the essential life skills. At SIMCA and Commonwealth of Learning, so far we have initiated with in 2016-17, SIMCA come out with life skills for engineers. And it was based on the thought of that NASCOM report of Government of India and other international organizations report, which is analyzed, and SIMCA realized that the life skills can help these people to means youth mass and as well as young mass, which is get an opportunity to make their life more sustainable, and which is help them in the not only just sustainability in their profession, but also in the sustainability in their various relations. And if I will share with you in a single word, that is what defines World Health Organization, rightly I spell out. So with this idea, and we felt that a large number of young and aspiring minds are completing their degrees and various courses, as well as mid-professionals, and they are in need of acquiring various life skills to make them more sustainable, more critical, more viable, and building good relations, and particularly emphasizing on societal relationships. And in order to empower them with specific sets of skills, Commonwealth of Learning, Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, which is intent to evolve on need-based and result-oriented online course to facilitate these aspirants, professionals acquire expected skills in a highly competitive world. And this online course is expected to fill a critical gap, which is we are also envisaging and suffering through. So the course contents will be delivered not through the traditional information-based approach, but through the experiential sharing and situational approach. The delivery approach will be tailored to address behavioral change through changes in information processing and attitude. So with these words, I am taking this opportunity on behalf of IIT BHU and Commonwealth of Learning's Regional Center, Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, welcome you all on board to this course, and I thank all of you, all the dignitaries, all the mentors who are taking all the pain and boosting up for this successful of this course. And at last but not least, I welcome all our learners and aspirant learners in future for their enhancing of life skill through this course, and welcome you all to on board of this launching ceremony, as well as continue journey in the 6th week of this course. And more about the course detail, my colleague and our lead instructor, Dr. Ajit K. Mishra, will share with us and in detail, and learners will get benefited in learning throughout these 6 weeks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Panigrahi, for talking about the course and the various details associated with it. Let me now talk briefly about the course. As I have already told everybody, that it all started through a discussion with Dr. Panigrahi at SEMCA Center in New Delhi. And initially, we had our doubts because to make a course and to bring it to this shape was not an easy task. And unfortunately, to add to our doubts, so we were stuck in one of the biggest pandemics of human history, the COVID-19. Had our own way, then this course would have been ready in 2020, but that was not destined. Two major setbacks. Two major setbacks occurred, because of which we could not carry on with our plan. First, it was COVID-19 that brought this course to a complete standstill. And then two of my colleagues also decided to withdraw themselves from being associated with this course. So one of them went abroad to join a university and work there, and owing to which that friend of mine said no to this course. And the other colleague of mine suddenly dropped out of this course, citing a very busy schedule. So I was left with no option but to request SEMCA to call it quits. But that was the moment when my director, Professor Pramod Kumar Jain, he was excited about it. He wanted to be here with us today, but owing to his packed schedule for the day, he could not be here with us. So when I spoke to him about it, he said, no, nothing doing, you can do it alone. So go ahead and do it. So all through this has been a journey of resilience. This has been a journey of hope, optimism. That's exactly what we mean by life skills. When we go to people, when we discuss with them, when we carry our problems to them, they will certainly offer some solutions to it. So problem solving, decision making, communicating both our concerns, our worries, and various other things, and building strong relationships upon which we can depend in times of a crisis. And then deciding to stay resilient even in the face of multiple challenges are some of the skills that we have put together in this Essential Life Skills MOOC. So post the pandemic period, this course went into the floors, it went to the studio, and it got recorded. So today we have 6 very important sessions, 6 important modules, starting with communication skills, 2 well-being skills. In between, we come across very important relationship skills, thinking skills, and leadership skills. All these skills are key to our everyday success, our life, our world. So it's not that we do not have these skills. We all grow up to acquire certain skills along our journey. But revisiting is one of those skills that most of us tend to ignore. going back to the same thing, if you can go back to your childhood, your school days, how often your school teachers would ask you to revise and revise and revise. So that's the power of revision. So revisiting the same things again and again will help us. And that's exactly what we want to do with this course. We want all our learners to take a fresh look at the important life skills, the core life skills they have, or the thing they need to have, so that they can think of optimizing those life skills and making the most of them in order to succeed in life. So that's what the course is all about. Towards the end of this session, I will be talking about each of the modules in some detail so that you get a better idea of what each of these modules has in store for the learners. May I now have the opportunity of inviting Dr. B. Shadrak, Director of Commonwealth Educational Media Center for Asia, SEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning, to share his experiences and share his wisdom with us. Dr. Shadrak, please.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra. I think the experience of having developed this course itself is a good exemplar as to how one could exhibit success in life and career. And in spite of all the pandemic and all the delays, you were still able to pursue, be resilient, communicate your problems, solve your problems, critically think, and finally come out with a course. And the course is now there for 1,700 people to benefit from, and hopefully many, many more rounds to come. Congratulations on producing this wonderful course. Professor Dwivedi, the Dean of IIT BHU, Professor Ajit Kumar Mishra, Dr. Manas Panigragi, Mr. Kaul, Ms. Monica Sharma, Ms. Madhumita, Ms. Manvi, Ms. Tanya, Mr. Rajat Chakrabarti, Ms. Madhumita, and also Mr. Soumyakanta Senapati. And the 16 odd participants who kindly joined this launch of this program. My welcome and my congratulations to each one of you. In whatever capacity that you have been involved in as authors, as mentors, as collaborators, coordinators, congratulations. Commonwealth of Learning is an intergovernmental organization, works in 56 Commonwealth countries. And the regional center, which my colleague Dr. Manas Panigragi referred to, works in 8 of these 56 countries in Asia. And we work in Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Maldives, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, in the Asian region of the Commonwealth. And we do pursue 3 pathways, because we are a skill development and quality education related organization. And we encourage governments, our member country governments and institutions, to pursue open, online, technology-enabled, flexible, and blended learning systems for improving quality education and for enhancing skill development. We work with governments in terms of producing policy derivatives and statements. We also work with institutions in building their capacity in using open and distance learning as means to outreaching to a large number of learners. And finally, we also work directly with learners in providing the skills that they need. And in their reskilling, upskilling, and skilling efforts, Commonwealth of Learning is working side by side, along with our partners like the Indian Institute of Technology, BHU. So this particular effort of providing additional skills to our existing students, graduates, professionals, and others in terms of imparting the idea of what it takes to be successful in life through this essential life skills course is one of those attempts to reach out to the millions and millions of people who are in need of skills in need of acquiring newer skills to be relevant in the marketplace. We are living in a world where we cannot survive without being a part of lifelong learning. We have to learn, we have to upskill ourselves, we have to acquire new skills every single day in order to be relevant in life. There's no guarantee for lifetime employment. There is only one guarantee, that you could only be a lifelong learner. Only if you do so, you would be relevant in this current 21st century societal world. So in this effort to reaching out to millions and millions of those who are in need of skills, who would need skills to be relevant, we are bringing this particular 6 weeks MOOCs free of cost to all the learners who would like to complete the course and acquire the skills around the concepts that Professor Mishra talked about, starting with how to be successful in your life and career. And if I were to take this course, and I'm going to be one of the students, I would like this course to teach me how I can be successful in my life and in my career. The second reason that I would like to take this course is because I do not want to be confined only with my technical skills and technological skills, but I want to have social skills. I want to strengthen my relationship with my neighbors. I want to strengthen my relationship with my colleagues. I want to strengthen my relationship with the team members that I work with, and at large with the global community. So I would take this course because I want social skills. I want to understand what it means to have social skills and the criticality of having these skills, and also strengthen my relationship. Finally, if I were to have a fourth reason to take up this course, I would take up this course to be a leader. It is not necessary that only the head of the institutions are seen to be leaders. Every individual is a leader. And I would like to be a leader myself because I want to master and also own my own decisions. I want to be able to have that opportunity to take the right decision, to choose the right choices, to have the right choices in life and select the right pathway. So I consider communication, relationships, these whole principles of leadership, well-being, and essential thinking skills are extremely important for me, because unless I have these skills, I will not be able to survive in the remaining part of my life. So that's the reason I take this course. I'm sure the 1,700 members who enrolled into the course have taken the right choice. These are smart people. The 1,700 people are very smart that they've chosen to sign up for this course. And good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chandrak, for those wonderful words. I'm sure those smart people will definitely benefit and turn out to be smarter by making the right decision in their lives. So IIT BHU Varanasi happens to be one of the most premier institutions of this country. It is one of those 23 IITs that have been transforming the fortune of this country for quite long. So it's a 100-plus-year-old institute. When I say old, I didn't mean old in that sense. It's very, very young that way, because we are growing up to discover a very important aspect of us each day. And currently we are being led by Professor Pramod Kumar Jain, the director of our institute. He has been there for all such activities. I'd like to share this information with everyone present here that we have already developed such a MOOC for Ministry of Education, Government of India, literature and coping skills. We are in the process of developing another MOOC again for the Ministry of Education, Government of India, essential English language skills. And we are also in the process of developing and proposing such courses to other agencies so that we can offer such courses for the greater benefit of our learners and the society and the global community as well. So IIT BSU has been there at the forefront when it comes to taking social responsibilities to the next level. And our administration, our leadership, they are always there. They're doing a great job by not only taking the initiatives, but also by sending the right kind of signals to all of us. So we have Professor S.B. Dwivedi, who has been managing our institute's academic affairs for quite some time now. So may I have the pleasure of inviting Professor Dwivedi to come forward and share his impressions with us. Professor Dwivedi, please.
Thank you, Dr. Mishra. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. B. Savrat, Director, KEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning. Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi, KEMCA, Commonwealth of Learning. Dr. Ajit Kumar Mishra, Associate Professor, Department of Humanistic Study, and Lead Instructor of the ELS MOOC. Mentors and my dear learners, good afternoon to all of you. I am delighted to note that the essential life skill MOOC has finally taken up to a flying start. When the course was started through the MOU between IIT BHU Varanasi and KEMCA, we were excited about the prospect of transforming the lives of people through skill-based interventions. Life skills refers to the skills we need to make the most out of life. Broadly speaking, the term life skills usually used for any of the skills needed to deal well and effectively with the challenges of life. In 1999, the World Health Organization identified 6 key areas of life skills: communication and interpersonal skill. This broadly describes the skills needed to get on and work with other people, and particularly to transfer and receive messages either in writing or verbally. Decision making and problem solving. This describes the skills required to understand problems, find solutions to them alone and with others, and then take action to address them. This decision-making skills and problem-solving skills, this is the most important skill to resolve the problems, and immediate decision-taking capability or ability. Through that, the learners can get the idea. Creative thinking and critical thinking describe the ability to think in different and unusual way about problems and find new solutions or generate new ideas, coupled with the ability to assess information carefully and understand its relevancy. Self-awareness and empathy, which are 2 key parts of the emotional intelligence. They describe understanding ourselves and being able to feel for other people as if these experiences were happening to you. Assertiveness and equanimity or self-control. These describe the skills needed to stand up for yourself and other people and remain calm even in the face of considerable provocations. Resilience and ability to cope with problems. That is very important skill. We describe the ability to recover from setbacks and treat them as opportunity to learn. Simply experience. The ELS MOOC has been designed in a way to enable learners enhance each of these important life skills. I congratulate KEMCA Commonwealth of Learning for thinking about such an important course I congratulate Dr. Ajit K. Misra and his team for making the course a reality. I also congratulate all the learners for being a part of this initiative. Thank you very much and happy learning for all the participants who will join this course. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Devedi, for talking about those important life skills in detail. And I'm sure the learners must have taken note of each of those skills. And we have taken care of most of these skills in this MOOC. And when the learners get an opportunity to interact with the videos and the learners get an opportunity to interact with the mentors or with me, the lead instructor, they will be discovering new dimensions of all these important life skills. I now invite the mentors who have joined us today to introduce themselves briefly. Two of our mentors are not here. They wanted to be here with us. Of course, they were very excited. They're also very, very young people, young scholars. But owing to some official assignments, they could not make it to this launching program. Four mentors are here. Let me call each one of them so that they can introduce themselves to all of us. Let me start with Ms. Madhumita.
Very good afternoon to everyone present over here. Myself, Madhumita Mishra. I am one of the mentors of this course of Essential Life Skills MOOC. It's a great opportunity to be associated with such a course on such a big platform such as SEMCA. And thank you for providing me this opportunity. And I'm hopeful that I'll be able to fulfill my duties as a mentor and learn something as well as enable you to learn something from this course.
Thank you, Madhumita. I now invite Ms. Manvi Pandey to come forward and introduce herself to the learners and to us as well.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So myself, Manvi Pandey, has been introduced already. I'm your mentor in one of the courses. I'm currently pursuing research from Department of Humanistic Studies, IIT BHU. And I think it's an honor to be associated with such a course because it's a much needed skill for everyone, for the mentor as well as for the participant, a life skill. So looking forward to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Manvi. I now invite Mr. Rajit Chakravarti to come forward and introduce himself to all of us.
Warm good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon to the professors and good afternoon to the dignitaries present here. My name is Rajit Chakravarti and I am currently doing my doctoral research at IIT BHU. And I am going to be a mentor of one of the courses. And I would like to thank SEMCA for providing us with this platform. And I would also like to thank Dr. Ajit K. Mishra for deeming us worthy to be mentors of the course. We look forward to a healthy 6 weeks of learning ahead. And I am really glad to be a part of this course.
Thank you, Rajit. I now invite Ms. Tanya Ghosh to come forward and introduce herself to us.
Good afternoon. Am I audible? There's a problem with my mobile camera. That is why I'm not visible.
Okay. You're audible.
Yeah. Good afternoon. I'm Tanya Ghosh and I'm doing my PhD in sociology from IIT BHU. And it's my first semester. I'm very new here, but I was I was approached by Dr. Ajit Mishra, and he thought that I was I'll be able to, look forward, do this program, be a mentor here. So thank you for the opportunity, and I will be tackling the well-being course under this life skills program. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you very much. I'll now take an opportunity to introduce each of the modules to everyone present here, and most importantly, to all the participants, the learners who will be walking the world of life skills with each one of us in the next 6 weeks. This is basically a 6 weeks program, but that's not the end of it. That will be the beginning of it. So when we come together, when we interact with each other, that actually leads us to the future. And that is how this course has been designed. We are going to meet each other in a live session every week. At the end of each of those weeks, I will be meeting all the learners through a live session where we can interact with each other. And I can take their queries, their concerns, their questions, and their comments, observations, and suggestions as well. So that way this course will be enriched, so that when we take another look at this course after a couple of cycles, we will be richer, we'll be wiser. So that is how it has been planned. We will start with one of the most important segments of this course, and that is communication skills. When it comes to communication, we all know that it's one of the most important skills. We can still communicate without language, but when we learn how to communicate through a certain language, we sound clearer. And in order to avoid that or remove that ambiguity in our communication, we generally find the channel of language. So the first 2 modules, that means the first 2 weeks, will be taken care of by these abilities, these life skills, communication skills. The first week will be taking care of listening and speaking skills. Most often we think listening just happens because that is one of the most basic language skills that we acquire as we grow up. Of course, that happens. It happens to the first language skill we acquire, and it comes to us, all of us, naturally. But that is not everything. We need to fine-tune our listening skills. Most often, most of the problems are there because of poor listening skills. Most of us want to be speakers, not listeners. So listening is a very, very specialized skill today. It is communication 2.0. So if we have to do communication 2.0 and move a level up, we need to acquire some very good listening, active listening skills. So the first module will take care of our listening and our speaking skills, how we can speak well and how we can speak in a manner so as to strengthen the bonding between people. And then in the second week, we'll go to another very important skill, that is writing skills. We all know writing is a tough task. It's not an easy task. And that's one big reason why writing happens at the end of it. When you look at how all these language skills have been graded, you'll see that it is LSRW. Listening first, and that happens to us naturally. When we are not familiar with language, we can still hear sounds being produced around us. And then we go to reading, we develop speaking, and then we come to reading, and then finally to writing, because writing is the most difficult language skill. When I say writing, the module on writing will be taking care of some of our basic professional writing requirements, like writing emails, writing basic letters, business letters, formal letters, and most importantly, taking care of the nuances of language. Most often we think that we can use language in a certain way, and it's perfectly fine for all of us to do so. But we may not realize that a certain word that has been used by us may lead to a huge insult or humiliation for somebody else. And that leads to a strained relationship. Writing plays a very, very important role when it comes to strengthening our relationships, both business and personal relationships. But it has received a huge setback over the past few years because we have now taken to the shortened form of writing. So the shortened form of writing has created several problems for us. It's perfectly fine to be familiar with that form, but at the same time, we need to take care of the formal form of writing so that we can carry out our professional tasks or assignments with ease. So module 2 will take care of writing important writing skills and important language skills as well. What kind of language we can think of using. For example, there's a plain English movement globally or plain language movement globally. So can we resort to plain English? Because most often people think it is not a good idea to use plain English to leave a lasting professional impression, but it is happening across the globe. So these are some of the things this module has taken care of. Then we come to a very important module, that is relationship skills. We know it is all about relationships. Starting a relationship is always very, very easy, but taking it to the next few levels is the most difficult task. So this particular module will introduce all the learners and help them revisit their own relationship skills so that they understand the nuances that most often we tend to ignore when it comes to taking care of our relationship skills. This module has taken care of both our interpersonal relationship skills, that means the kind of relationships that we have with ourselves. How well do we understand ourselves? If you all are familiar with this famous dictum, know then thyself. That means know yourself first if you want to know everyone else around you. So that is the principle on which the first segment of this module is based. The second part of this module is based on interpersonal relationship skills, which we very popularly refer to today as people skills. If we can develop some great people skills, if we can be comfortable in the company of people, then we have good people skills. It is important. We cannot live alone. We live in the company of people, whether we like them or not. We have to live with them. So if we know how to manage people around us, how to get along with people around us, then we can find it easier. So this module is going to take care of relationship skills, both the intrapersonal and interpersonal aspects of our relationships. The next module takes care of thinking skills. We all know we are thinking creatures. We cannot live without thinking. Thinking plays a very, very important role when it comes to understanding, developing a critical insight into problems. As long as we live, we will be faced with challenges. There is no one in this world who can say one doesn't have any challenges in life. Challenges actually make us more and more human. So we would not like to leave challenges or not like to forego the opportunities that come to us through challenges. So challenges may not or need not scare us or frighten us. They in fact make us stronger. So if we learn how to take care of our challenges through some great thinking skills, whether it is critical thinking skills or creative thinking skills, or even design thinking skills that the entire world is talking about today. Through such thinking skills, we can approach our problems in a much better way, a much focused manner, and take care of those problems and find better solutions. So just think of a situation where we have one problem and we have 10 solutions. That will be a much better situation for all of us. instead of having one problem and one solution, which may not be the right solution. It's always a good idea to go for 10 solutions for each of the problems. So that's how we can approach a problem today through some great critical thinking and creative thinking skills. This module will take care of all these skills. When we go to the next module, that is module 5, we will come across leadership skills. Dr. Shadrack is very right when he said that gone are the days when there was just one leader and the rest of them were followers. We all are leaders today, each one of us, provided we begin to accept it. So our leadership skills lie in our acceptance of the fact that we are leaders. Each one of us is a leader, because self-leadership is the best form of leadership. If we can lead ourselves well, then we can lead others as well. So developing leadership skills is very, very important. It begins with the acceptance of the fact that we all are leaders. And once we do so, we start our journey towards leadership. And all along this journey, we come across various things, various skills. So this module is going to take care of some great leadership skills with which we can think of making some change or bringing about some transformation in the lives of people around us while doing the same for ourselves. We then come to well-being skills in week 6. We all know this is one of the most important things. There was a time when people thought that well-being happens. When we take care of life, it happens. So there is no need to hone it. There's no need to sharpen our well-being skills. But that's not always true. We may not have to wait for happiness to come to us or happen to us. We may have to find ways through which we can find true happiness. Think of Lord Buddha, who did not wait for happiness to come to him. He, in fact, went out in search of happiness in life. So similarly, we all have to move out and find happiness for us or well-being for us, because our success lies in our well-being. Our psychological well-being, that is emotional well-being as well. If we can regulate our emotions, if we can manage our emotions well, then we can succeed in life. We can remain cool and calm in all situations of life. Similarly, when we think of our social well-being, which is very, very important, if you look at how our social lives have turned out to be in the era of digital technology, we all have been confined. This is a kind of house arrest that we all have been placed in. We don't meet people, we just meet our smartphones every day. So there's a huge difference between meeting people and meeting smartphones. So most often we are in the company of the smartphones, not in the company of people. So real wisdom will not come to us that way. Real well-being cannot be ensured when we are so much in the company of the smart gadgets or devices. So most people today probably do not say to each other, keep in touch. So that touch element is missing. We need to revive that touch element by going out, meeting people, interacting with them, knowing them, learning from them, and becoming wiser. So our well-being can be ensured only when we develop great social skills. We are fast losing those skills. So that these skills do not become extinct, we need to revive them. And this is the right time for all of us to revive. And that's the reason why WHO or UNESCO or many other UN agencies have given it a very serious thought. And they have treated it as an important life skill. And then we also come to some important well-being skills like spiritual well-being. When I say spiritual well-being, I do not mean practicing a certain type of religion and becoming too religious. Spiritual well-being is all about being in touch with oneself, not losing the connection with oneself. So if I can come back to myself, if I can be with myself, then I can spend some time with myself and become wiser. And when I go out of myself, I can carry that piece of wisdom to others around me. So these are some forms of well-being that Module 6, well-being skills, has taken care of. And when you look at this course, it has been designed in a manner so as to take you on a journey of discovery of oneself and discovery of things around you. We'll start with communication skills, then we'll go to relationship skills through communication. And through communication and relationship, we can go to some great thinking skills, collaborative thinking, cooperative thinking, convergent thinking, divergent thinking, and then we'll come to some great leadership skills, and finally ending up with well-being skills. So this is how this course, this MOOC has been designed. I'm very sure all the learners are going to enjoy their association with this course, and the entire ELS team hopes that all the learners will find the course to be extremely useful. And I also invite all the learners to contribute towards the enrichment of this course, so that when we take a fresh look at this course after a couple of cycles, we can improve the very essence of this course. We all need to remember that this course is for all of us. It has not been developed by SEMCA or IIT BHU Varanasi. It has been collaboratively and cooperatively developed by all of us. So this belongs to each one of us. Thank you very much for listening to me. We now come to the end of this session. I now invite Dr. Manas Ranjan Panigrahi to come forward and extend the vote of thanks to everyone present here, including all our learners.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mishra. First of all, I congratulate you. After a lot of obstacles, I remember at least sometimes I am become more hard and harsh about to that how we can complete very quickly and effectively within the time frame. And it is all about the commitment and other things. You understand and you respect to that. And we believe, and as Dr. Shadrak rightly pointed out, your effort that absolutely we come out with a very nice and timely course, which is post-COVID era will helpful to all the people who are really struggling to and aspiring to this kind of courses. And really, I'm happy for that. And my organization is really happy for that. And absolutely, as we understand from the deliberations of Professor Dwivedi and his thought of action and his emotions which he has been shown in this deliberation, it's really appreciable, and it is giving the involvement of this IIT BHU, not saying that older one that is become the strength of the nation, which is institutions it's serving for. Thank you very much. And as you have given this assignment to extend my vote of thanks on behalf of IIT BHQ and Commonwealth of Learning, first of all, I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to all leaderships of IIT BHU, including Professor Dwivedi, Dean Academic Affairs at IIT BHU, who spent quality time with us and guiding us to how important this course is, and his wholehearted concern, which is really appreciable. And thanks to Dr. Dwivedi, he has left the meeting because he has other assignments. So that's why. But he is with us, and all leadership of IIT BHU with us for great successful of this course. Next, I would like to move forward to extend my heartiest thanks, as well as on behalf of Community of Learning and IIT BHU, to Dr. B. Shadrak, Director SEMCA, and I can say here that he is so positive and vibrant, which has been given to moving to offering of this course, that is really remarkable and noted worthy. Sir, thank you very much for your leadership and suggestions and guidance continuously to bringing out this course in this platform particularly, and hoping that this course will go a long way, and we will definitely work in a effective manner to reaching to this more larger aspirants of this course. Thank you very much for your kind leadership. Thank you. Now I would like to extend our heartiest thanks to our head finance and administration, Mr. TK Call. His continuous support with all financial and systematic approach in the utilization of all our time and efforts in this course. Thank you very much, sir, for your time-to-time guidance and giving us the always blessings to us in even if a young motivating approach, which is you are always showing us, which is making us to work in a positive and moving towards the great successful of this course. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence. And now I should take a note here that to our young scholars who come forward and join us this team as mentor to this 1,700 learners. I can see in the learners list there are age group of starting from the 15 to I found more than 65, 70, and so diverse age group, which is our young team will helping them, going to engage them in the learning, as well as putting their own efforts to not only just learning from them, but also they're making them to learn. That is very important. And thank you very much, all the mentors that Nikita and Shomyakant, Manvi, Tanya, and Rajit, and Madhumita. Thank you very much for your kind joining with us and being with us for next 6 weeks and so on, and contributing to this course to more strengthened and helping all our participants, learners, including us. Thank you very much. And at last but not least, I should extend my heartiest thanks to Dr. Ajit K. Mishra. His all effort, as we understand, I'm eyewitness particularly. I'm just a little bit emotional because I have working with him, but the way he struggled and maintained everything, it is only Dr. Mishra can do, I can say that. Otherwise, sometimes I was thinking that I can stop this course and we can, because we are delaying and we are may not be in time, we can release this one. But Dr. Mishra, he is that positive of mind. So it is also encouraging me to be one of the learner to this course. So I hope so I will learn more and more things so that all the skills can be built up myself for my professional career. Thank you very much, Aditya Mishra, motivating me and motivating many others through me to this course. Thanks a lot for your presence as lead instructor and being with us for all the 6 weeks and helping our learners to encouraging themselves and learning and enhancing their life skills. Thank you very much for your presence. At last but not least, I can say that all our participants, enrolled learners, they are so energized. Ajit Mishra and myself evident for that. While we are going to the discussion forum, we have seen that flooded of discussion is going on life skills. Though still we are not released our courses and content so far, but a lot of discussions is going on. Our mentors are engaging with them. Dr. Mishra is engaging with them before starting this course. And thank you very much, all participants and learners. I wish your continuous engagement of this learning, and I believe that you will have joyful learning with all together and amongst you as well as with us. Thank you very much. And before leaving this meeting, I would like to just share with you, by this evening, hardly an hour, you will get your course contents on your course page. It will be released very soon by our technical team and our lead instructor with an announcement. You will get your course and have a nice course, and I enjoy your course and engage with us, putting your queries and concerns to us through discussion forums and other means of forums. Thanks a lot. Over to Ajit Mishra.
Thank you, Dr. Panigrahi. And that is how we come to the end of this session. I thank everybody for being there. So together we have made it, and together we'll do it. So all the participants, all the learners, let's take this experience to the next level. When we meet every week for a live session, we will contribute to each other's understanding. So we all look forward to engaging with you all. I, along with my mentors and my colleague, Dr. Panigrahi, I thank you all for being a part of this course, and I congratulate you on making the right decision.